Oh.
What the? Ezekiel?
Took some epic maneuvering.
Nah.
Sorry. Always.
Oh man, they got you too.
Let's get out of here.
Right now.
No, next week. Yes, right now.
No.
Yumiko's hurt. I think they took her down.
What did you do?
Nothing. I mean,
You didn't say anything wrong.
We don't know these people, and we can't trust what we don't know. We can't find a way out.
You don't know that.
I made it here, didn't I? We'll be fine.
Nothing is fine.
Let me see.
I'll be okay. It's healed fine every time you find it.
Every time? How many times?
No one is gonna hurt you anymore. Not while I'm here.
Oh. Don't make me cry.
You can't just leave them here.
You don't think I know that? They're my friends.
They're also her friends.
I know they're your friend. You don't have to be an asshole about it.
You were so nice and now you're an asshole.
I'm just trying to be helpful.
It's not just helpful, it's also useful. I think that she wants also to prove that she's useful into that group, that she deserves her place.
You say one thing but mean another. They tell you they love you.
But they don't act like it. People are assholes. Especially family.
Not all family.
I just want to do the right thing.
I know. We need a better plan.
Ezekiel?
You need to be difficult. This is all just a little scary, you know what I'm saying? It's just... What the hell did you just do?
I don't know. Didn't we plan the contrary, you know? Maybe there was a quiproquo, you know, between us that was not supposed to...
Do Yumiko, do Eugene.
You attacked one of
It's
them.
not a better plan.
The opportunity presented itself. So I took you. Tell us what you did with our friends.
You don't have to do this.
Ezekiel, you switched, no?
I just need to know that my friend is okay.
Okay.
Your boss said she was getting help. Is she?
Why wouldn't she be? The benefit of all, and for all who seek solace in our days. The hell is that supposed to mean?
That's their mojo.
Isn't it possible, just maybe, if we're not the bad guys?
You separated us.
We really can't help you. How? Let's just say we have access to things that are valuable in times like these. Organized, you should let us help you. That's why you came, right?
So let's say you're telling the truth, and you're actually...
I want to believe it. Even after 10 seasons of The Walking Dead, I believe in humanity.
I don't know exactly. You're messing with
Are you
us.
listening? Why not?
The point of that. All of this is just standard protocol on mission-based assignments.
To arrest you, to separate you, to interrogate you, I said it. That's logical. I'm more
Careful, because we
wondering, you know, about what they did to Yumiko.
orders were to keep you fed until they were ready. Right?
They?
You don't get it. I'm just a grunt. I don't get the kind of intel you want, alright? 3 square meals and you know.
He didn't say we, he said they. Your superiors, just...
I'm so new that rifle isn't even loaded.
Don't kill him! Don't kill him! He took his chance! Like you took yours. Ezekiel? Just listen and do what we say? Wait. You did that on your own? I was right about Yumiko. I didn't think about it for...
No one is gonna hurt you anymore.
Oh, Ezekiel, I should have thought about it. You're impulsive, princess, for sure, and maybe you have a personality disorder? Yes, now I think that it's better to escape. You're not helping anyone.
Girl, get your shit together.
Don't be so hard on yourself. This is new. Get it. Time waits for no one. You start dying the day you were born.
What about them?
What about them?
They're my friends.
You met them a week ago.
That's a lifetime in a
Nah, I'm scared about reality, you know. Maybe there are truly there, these 3 deads in reality, and they can hurt you still.
Oh my god, that superhero power.
So let's go. You wanna go?
Makes me just like her, don't it?
Yeah.
Like your mom.
Makes it just like mom.
She was a survivor.
She was a monster.
She was scared. Everybody gets scared sometimes. But everyone was bad. There was Miss Travis, Sammy and his people.
And the stories you tell yourself, I mean, that's the truth.
But they came back for me.
Princess! Yes, I have some tears. She had a really difficult childhood. We can all understand that.
I'm not crazy if that's what you're thinking.
You're not crazy, but you can have your moments.
Small, dark spaces just do that deep sweat.
Did he do that to you, your stepdad, you know, closing you into dark spaces?
What?
Nothing. The splinter came out.
Just you let the time to resolve the situation.
Yeah, well,
That's a symbolic thing, you know.
You're gonna have to explain this.
figure out. I mean, the rifle.
Maybe you can explain to them that you slipped.
No, I screwed up. I have to face the consequences, okay? And you and your friends, God bless you,
There's gotta be a way we can help each other out.
I'm listening.
What if I answer your boss?
I'm beginning to appreciate you, guy. You seem sincere.
Will I be able to see my friends?
It's not my call. You heard my boss, you answered, you see them. You can leave them around.
And he said they because he's a rookie. He's not a part of them, not yet.
I just met them, so I don't know where they're from, nowhere and everywhere, probably just like everyone else. I'm from Pittsburgh. Been on the road for a week. We had bikes for a while. Their names are Eugene, Yumiko, and Ezekiel. And my name is Princess.
That's good. Thank you. The rifle. Didn't have to be hard. The rules are simple, the questions are routine. People just complicate them.
Someone can ask you my friends.
Right now. I got it, let's go!
Ah! What? I'm feeling betrayed. No. I still think that he can be a good guy, a good person, and they are not for sure enemies. Like, it's still a 50-50 thing for me, for them to be enemies or future allies, you know. I'm still into a 50-50 situation because I really think that arresting them, separating them, questioning them to be sure that they are good people or at least that you can trust them to tell you the truth, that's the regular and logical thing to do into an apocalypse universe. Like you said, you know, that was a regular thing for me to do. How they treated Yumiko, it made me worried, but at the end, now that we know that what she heard about Yumiko was not real, Yumiko was not really there, so she didn't really hear Yumiko being treated like that. That was not real. And Eugene, she really didn't talk to him, and same for Ezekiel. So in fact, what do we know about how they treated the other ones? Yes, we have that about the fact that they arrested them in a violent way, you know, that was not a peaceful way, and how they interrogated her. That's all, in fact. And that guy, all of these interactions that she had with him. For how they are acting with us, arresting, not in a peaceful way, but arresting, interrogating, and at the end, getting the 4 of them together. Like what he said, he just said, I have her let's go. And it's after her telling her the truth about herself. It's almost like it's the end of the routine, what he said, you know, what he explained. After the routine being done, them being arrested, being separated, and tell them the truth about who they are, that's it, we can go. Now we're sure that at least they're telling us the truth. Okay, I'm not in a 50%. Now that I put all of that together, 70% sure that they can be not allies, but at least not enemies. There is a spectrum, you know, allies, enemies, there are a lot of things between that. And the guy, you know, when she did all of that to him, like now that we know that it was not Ezekiel, it was her, she went crazy, she punched him like that so hard, he saw her talking to someone who was not really there and understanding that she was wrong, he saw her going out, going back, deciding to tell him the truth, to give him back the rifle. I mean, if I was the guy, I would be like, crazy lady, just right there, I'm not sure that I'm gonna trust her. And at the end, she's telling the truth, so he's choosing to trust her. And because also of the fact that he's a rookie and he doesn't want to, you know, for them to blame him because of that. And that's why he said them, they. It's because of the fact that he's not considering himself as a part of them. He's not a part of them, not yet. About Princess and what we learned about her during this episode, that was rough. I had some tears into my eyes a lot of times. We don't know what happened to her dad. She was with her mom and her stepdad. Her mom was scared of her stepdad. She was not taking her defense at all when her stepdad was doing bad stuff to her. Like we saw a little part of it. I mean, she told us a little part of it, but we can imagine all of other stuff fitting into the garage that was almost like an habit that she had. We had this impression that it was not just one time. Same for the closed space, little space, dark space, like it happened a lot. And the fracture, she said it like it happened a lot of times, that it hit her. Poor Princess, you know, she had a bad childhood. After that, the apocalypse came. Maybe other bad stuff happened after that, but what we know, the apocalypse came and she was all alone during all of this time. It's natural for her to search for friends, for a family. She wants to help people, to be useful to people so they can consider her as a friend, so they can include her with them. I really think so. It's not just the fact that she wants to be helpful and she wants to help everyone and she has a big heart and all of that. There is a part of that, but I really think that there is more something like she wants to be useful. She wants to be a part of something. She wants to prove herself to these persons, so they're gonna accept her, they're gonna take her with them. I'm feeling sorry for her, but I have to be honest, and you saw it also, that moment with Ezekiel, to learn that she was talking to Ezekiel and in fact it was herself. It's not that it scared me, but it's putting into my mind, you know, a little doubt for Princess. Can we be sure of her? At 100%. Like, I think that we can be sure of her. She wants to do good, she wants to do what is right, she wants to be useful and helpful, for sure. But at some point, maybe she's gonna be impulsive again, or she's gonna have another personality disorder like that, and that's not gonna help us. I'm scared of that, you know, of her at another point switching, going crazy, not going crazy, but going impulsive and switching. It put into my head that little doubt about Princess that I didn't have before at all. You saw me when we discovered her, when we met her, when we learned more about her. I loved her almost instantaneously. But right there, I loved to learn more about her and her past, her background, and it's helping us to understand more why she's like that, you know, why she's acting like that, and why also she's acting like that with them, with our guys, and how she can be also in the future if we are including her into our group, if we are showing her that she's a part of our group. She's gonna do anything, everything for us. She's gonna act like this is her family, and since a long time, like she's gonna be ready to die for them, for us. But that little doubt, now that I have about her mental health and how it can be maybe an issue for us at some point. I hope that we're gonna keep the guy, you know, for the next season. I think that it can be really interesting to have him as a character because of the fact that he's on the other side, but not really, I mean on the other side with the other group, but not really because he's a rookie, so he can do stuff badly so it can help us, or maybe he can understand what his group is really doing and be against that. I can see something right there. So, you know, at first, at the beginning of this episode, I was like, what? This is gonna be a bonus episode, but we're gonna learn stuff during it about this group. We're gonna evolve into the main narrative arc during this episode. That's weird. Not at all. Because of the fact that we were only with Princess during this episode into a closed space and we didn't see anything about what is happening really with this group and all, we just saw their routine when they are arresting people. We didn't learn a lot about them, about their motives, about what they want, what they do, where they are really, how are they acting. We didn't see anything about that, in fact. No, that was clever. That was a clever episode. Because it was with Princess, which is still a new character, and we learned more about her. That was great. That's the spirit of this bonus episodes, to learn more about characters, to go deeper into them. So that was great to do that with a new character, with Princess. And her story, her background was really interesting. And that was great because even if we were outside with this other group, this situation which was so important at the end of the season, we still didn't learn a lot about that situation, about these guys, so we are keeping that for the next season. They did it well. Because really, the facts, what happened really during this episode, 5 minutes of a regular episode. They were arrested, they were questioned, and at the end, they're back together and they are taken away to another place. Cool. I loved it. Tell me, what did you think about it? About Princess, her background, her mental health, and also about this group, their intentions, bad or not. Are you like me, like 70-30%, you know, sure about the fact that they are not enemies? Maybe they're not gonna be allies, but at least they are not enemies. Tell me your opinion about that. I'm interested. I always want, you know, to discuss about things with people. Sometimes I'm not seeing everything into an episode, or just I'm not imagining it like that. So tell me. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today for The Walking Dead, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.